Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Joyce, and today I thought it would be a really good idea to get to know me. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Joyce. Sorry guys, you know how you like have something in your mind and it's just so funny and you just like hope that when you execute it, other people, you know, it connects and vibes with them as well. Anyway, today I thought it would be a really good idea if we spend some time talking about the trajectory of our channel here, darling. If you've been here since the beginning, you know that I bought a new construction home and I brought you guys along that journey with me, as well as just sharing different family and lifestyle content. If you've paid attention over the last few months, we have mainly been focusing on book content. There was a newbie booktube tag going around. I thought it would be a really good idea to answer some of these questions so that you guys can get to know me as a reader and just the trajectory of where the channel is going. So the very first question is, why did you start this channel? So that's a tricky one. This is not a new channel. I didn't want to create a new channel just for reading. I know that some people will do that. I didn't feel like it was necessary because that's not the only thing that I will discuss on this channel. We won't just solely focus on reading, but it will take up most of the channel. I didn't know Booktube was a thing. I didn't know Book Talk was a thing. I am just so excited that there's an entire community of people that love books just as much as me. Number two, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? Diversity. Most booktubers that you see, they do not look like me. Most booktubers that you see, they are typically white. They are in like their 20s. Some of them are married, some of them aren't. Most of them do not have children. So I'm the complete opposite. I'm definitely black, definitely in my late 30s. I have a husband and I have not one, not two, but 3 children. So I got a lot going on and I'm just very different than your typical booktuber, and I love that for me. I love that for us. I also read fiction and nonfiction. Most people, they don't read both. Most people, they just read fiction or they just read nonfiction, and I'm just a very diverse reader. Most booktube channels is just books, which is fine. That's what it should be. That's why it's called Booktube. But with me, since my channel started out a different way and because my heart still has a desire to share other things, there will be other things discussed on the channel. So that is my level of uniqueness to Booktube. Number 3, what are you most excited for with this new channel? Just community. I like the fact that I'm going to have a community of people who enjoy books just as much as I do. I like that I am going to be able to be a resource for other people. I love resources. Woo, I really do. I love other people and things that are resources for me. And so I'm just excited to be able to be that to other women and just people in general. I'm also really excited that this will allow me to be consistent and structure my channel in a certain way. When you are vlogging all the time, it's very hard if you have a lot of things going on behind the scenes in your life that like you really don't want to vlog, or you don't have time for, or you don't have the energy or bandwidth to do. So I think it's nice to be able to just do like a sit down video like this where I can schedule it, have it organized. And I know vloggers can do that too, but it's the creating of the vlog that can just be a lot sometimes, as opposed to talking about books. Maybe I can record like 4 videos in a day, you know, depending on what I'm talking about. It's just different. Styling my channel in this way, I'll be able to be more consistent, which I need and love. Why do I love reading? I love reading because I love learning. I love to explore the world through someone else's eyes. I love to gain a different perspective. I love to expand my vocabulary. Reading is such an escape from your reality. I get to have fun. I get to laugh. I get to escape. I get to learn. I get to grow. Like, what's not to love? Seriously. The next question is, which book or series got you into reading? So this is interesting. I read Babysitter's Club and all that like everyone else, but Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. I always remember reading that book. It was the first time I felt so seen when reading a book. It was just like, wow, somebody gets me. Like, this is so cool. It's such a great experience when you're reading books and characters are going through similar things as you. Like, it just makes you feel so seen and valid in your feelings or frustrations or whatever. Other books, now this is interesting, they got me into reading, were books I probably shouldn't have been reading at my age, but they were by like Eric Jerome Dickey, Zane, Sister Soldier, like Terry McMillan, and they were very spicy. But what they allowed me to know is that reading can be fun. Reading can be spicy. Like when you're younger, you have to read like kids books or books for reports and projects. These books were like forbidden fruit. So it was like, listen, this is entertaining. Wait a minute, this is why people are reading books, because of all this spice and the drama and the angst, and it was just so much going on. And I was just like, okay, this is why my mom has these books. She doesn't know that I would just go in there and sneak and like read her books. But that is when I fell in love with reading. Once I realized that reading could be entertaining. It wasn't just educational. It wasn't just something that was required of you in middle school and high school. It could actually be something you did on a Saturday afternoon for fun. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I guess my favorite booktubers, I would just want to talk about books with them. Like, I would love for us to just sit down at a coffee shop and just talk about books, some of our favorites, or like books that I liked and then they didn't, and kind of just like explore each other's brains as to why. I would also just ask them, girl, are you reading from a script? Because some of these people are just so fluid. And I understand that it just comes with time. They've just created so many videos. They've done this so many times. So naturally you just get better at it. But I still would just be interested. Like, how do you structure? How do you schedule? Are you reading from a script? Sis, do you want to share that script with me? Things like that. Also, just, do you have any other hobbies? Some of my favorite YouTubers, they read so much. I'm like, is that all you do? Like, do you have other things that you enjoy just as much? And maybe they don't. Maybe they just like reading. And so maybe that is why they're monetizing their hobby in this way. The next question is, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? For me, I think it's going to be like starting over. There's some aspects on the channel that are the same and just have been throughout, but a lot of why people subscribed and are here, it's different. So essentially, I'm basically starting over. It's fine. Am I getting like a couple views on a video? Does it bother me? Abso-freaking-lutely. Does it disappoint me and make me want to quit and just go back to my old content? Yes. I would be lying if I said that it did not bother me. However, I have to do what works best for me. I have to do what feels good to me. I have to create the content that I want to create. I feel like if you create content for other people or views or to go viral, like, that may not sustain you the way that you want it to. So I feel like the people that are supposed to be here, they will come. The people that are already here, if they've fallen in love with me and my family and my personality, they will just stay because they like me and I like you. I love you. I hope that you guys stay. But I'm just saying, so that's going to be a big challenge for me, is basically just starting from the bottom. Also, articulating my thoughts with ease for you guys to understand. That can be a challenge. Sometimes I can be long-winded, so I am a little bit nervous about that. Just making sure that I'm not going too on and on and on about something, and then I'm just getting to the point, giving you guys the knowledge and the information that you need, and that's enough. Sometimes I will need to be long-winded because that is why, again, I created the channel. I need to rant. I need to talk about these books. I need to get this stuff off my mind, and I need to share it with someone. So if you're clicking on the video, you already know Joyce is going in on these books. So I want to be able to articulate myself in a way, and you guys have a level of trust in me with these book reviews that you can make a very good decision when you get ready to like read a book or choose your next read. The next question is, it's kind of weird. When did you start reading? So I'm pretty sure I started reading in elementary school like most people, but when I fell in love with reading, I believe it was like in the 6th grade, 6th or 7th. That's around that time when I read the Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. Where do you read? Okay, so I'm really a vibe reader. I mean, I don't have like a designated reading spot. I would love that. I love people that have like a reading chair or a reading nook. I don't have that. That is something that I want to create for myself. But until I create that, right now, I just read where I want. I read in the park. I read on the porch. I read on the couch. I read in the bed before I go to sleep so that it helps relax my mind. So I don't really have a set place. I mean, I read in the kids' room while I'm putting Justice to sleep. I'll just sit there and read. So I don't care. I'm gonna read anywhere. I'll read in a coffee shop, restaurant, you name it. The doctor's office, baby. If I can read, I'm just reading. And our last question, what kind of books do you like to read? So I like contemporary fiction, women's fiction, suspense, psychological thrillers, historical fiction. I like romance. And under the nonfiction category, I like memoirs, personal development, and I like marriage and family books. I am a very diverse reader. I do not really care for fantasy, although I would like to read at least one, because I'm just saying I don't like it just because I don't really like fantasy style TV shows. So I just assume I'm not gonna like those types of books. I guess I need to try it, you know, to see if I really like it or not. But baby, I don't know, like all those pages, and it It just might get weird, the language I hear, like, I don't know, but we'll see. My favorite genre is gonna be contemporary fiction. I like a book that is going to get me to think. Like, although I'm escaping my reality, I do like to leave a book better than I went into the book. Do something for me. Like, I'm investing all these hours into reading you, baby. What's in it for me? So as long as it's like a good book, I'm gonna probably read it. I'm not too comfortable with reading all those popular books anymore because I feel like people have gassed them up and then I read them and some of them are very good, chef's kiss. And then others are like, God, you guys loved this book like that? I just like to read what sparks my interest. And so that's what we're gonna be doing. So I hope that you guys got to know me a little bit more and why I fell in love with reading, what type of books we're gonna be reading, etc., etc. If you have any questions or you are a new sub or just an old sub and you just want to say hi, leave a comment in the description box. Leave a comment in the description box, child. Leave a comment down below. Oh my God, I am a hot mess. Leave a comment saying hi or new subby. And I am so glad that you are here. Thank you so much for watching today. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.